I'll tell you this, if you are a turd, recognize it and fix it. That's the thing about it, call yourself out. We live in a world where everybody has to have that nice talk. You gotta have that soft, nice talk where we don't want to tell you that you're fat. We want to tell you that you might eat a little too much. Maybe you should not eat that today, or maybe you're just a little big bone. Maybe you're thick. No.
Yeah.
If you're a turd, you're a turd. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're not keeping up, you're not keeping up. You just gotta call it for what it is. If you're a piece of shit, like me, I used to be a lying piece of shit, insecure, afraid of life, low self-esteem. So I created a human being that people would like. I created a false man, which is why now people say, man, why are you so daggone like this, whoever you are? Because I finally found a lot of peace in the fact that I no longer give a shit what people think about me. This is David Goggins, take it or leave it. So you gotta get to that point in your life where you're willing to fight yourself to get to where you need to go. It all starts with that reflection in the mirror. In my book, I call it the accountability mirror. You can lie to everybody in the world, man. Everybody. You can lie to everybody in the world, man. You can't lie to yourself. Because if you're any kind of man or woman, that shit will haunt you. It will haunt you to death. It will eat at you because you will know I am not who I say I am.
Right.
And if you have any kind of character whatsoever, it will eat at you, man, like a bear eating at a daggone meal. So it starts with the accountability mirror, and it starts with you putting a Post-it note up on the accountability mirror. I am fat. I am this. I am that. And then put another Post-it note beside that you're fat on the ways how you're going to start to change that. And then every morning you go brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever you're going to do, look at that Post-it note and look at it and make sure it bothers you.
Check yourself. Evaluate yourself honestly. Are you doing what you can do to be better? Are you maximizing opportunities? Are you every day doing everything you can to live the most eminently worthy life you can live? Ask yourself those questions. And when you realize that you fall short, that we all fall short, when you realize that, then get yourself on the path to correct those shortfalls by going out there and getting after it.
A lot of times in life, you find yourself in a moment where you know it's time to change. I want to encourage you right now. It don't matter if you're in your teens. If you know you need a change, let's make a change. If you're 50 years old, if you're 70 years old, and you know that you need to make a change, stop delaying things. Stop avoiding the inevitable. Make a change. Okay?
A lot of us speak in hollow words. I used to speak in hollow words. I don't do it anymore. Everything that comes out of my mouth has substance. It's real. And we all have these feelings in our bodies, in our minds, in our souls. I act on mine. A lot of us who are afraid of something, we allow our minds to choose the path of least resistance, so we go a different route. When I'm afraid of something, it's telling me you must
do this
that.
thing.
You must do that.
Yeah.
You have to go that way. And most of us don't understand that mentality. We go left and we wonder why we haven't fulfilled something in our lives. It's because we continue to take the journey that is mapped out. And how I look at it is I talk in life like a lot of us in life want to take the 4-lane highway that has road maps and all this other stuff on it, man. It tells you where to go, gas stations. The next 10 miles up, you're going to see a McDonald's or Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
It's the easy route. Very few of us want to go to the right side.
When I was in 6th grade, I stuttered real bad, severely bad. 5th, 6th grade, 4th grade, horrible. Like my hair would fall out, white splotches over my skin. Horrible anxiety. So me talking about myself as much as I am on stage, on podcast, I'm still overcoming. You're still battling because it's comfortable for me to say, I'm off of social media. They don't talk to me, I'm good. Go back to being my hermit. This is very uncomfortable. So I'm constantly coming outside my comfort zones and doing this stuff now, sharing my story with people. as much as I can. I'm here to help you. If you're coming in to work with a guy like me, who knows that you have to have thick skin to get better, you have to call yourself out. If you're fat and you're fucked up, I want to hear that. Once we achieve something, we celebrate for a long years fucking time. And we wonder, why don't I have drive anymore? Where's it all at? If you don't develop a routine of suffering, and suffering is not like go out and kill yourself every day, it's being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That keeps you hungry every day. If you live in your victories for so long and say, I'm gonna go challenge myself for 30 days or for 2 weeks or run this one marathon, and it ends, I did one marathon. Okay? That's why it leaves you. It leaves you because you haven't set up the next obstacle. Obstacles is how you grow. You must continue to have friction. Friction is where growth is at. There's no friction, there's no growth. We cannot listen to theorists. So what theorists do is they take 100 people and they study the normal people of the world. They're all studies. There's a whole bunch of people outside the normal they haven't done studies on. They haven't done studies on the people who are seriously great. They take studies off of normal people. You cannot live in that normal mindset. You must be your best on your worst day. And how you do that is you cannot think of a normal mindset.
So I got a lot of questions over the holidays. The one major question I got was, how do I finish what I start? I get 2 weeks into it and then I stop. Well, this is the thing about it. People forget one thing about me. I used to be you. I used to be a fat guy, a guy that didn't care much, a guy that got D's and F's in school, a guy that blamed other people, a guy that was under mediocre. I wasn't even average. So this is the thing about it. I'm going to tell you what people don't want to tell you. Why you stop is because you're lazy. It's because you don't mind getting bad grades in school. It doesn't bother you enough to be mediocre, to be average, to sit around and watch people do great things. You don't mind it. So there's your answer. Your answer is you don't care enough about yourself, so you don't stay in the fight. Stay hard.
The biggest thing out there is this is a great time to work on yourself. Where everybody in this whole fucking US is in chaos and motherfuckers are lost and struggling to find where they belong. This is a good time for people to find out who the fuck they are and let all the fucking crazy ass people just go do crazy ass shit and you focus on you being the best you possible. The biggest inspiration for everybody should be yourself. You should be your biggest inspiration. And so to do that, you gotta work your fucking ass off. So your biggest inspiration should be yourself. So you don't kiss my ass, don't kiss anybody's fucking ass. And figure out yourself and be your biggest inspiration, man. Be your own fucking hero.
But here's some steps that are going to help you as you evolve in making a change for the better. Step 1, change happens little by little. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So you can start to make this change, but it might not work for you, but you got to get started. You got to get started. I heard a wise man say one time that you don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started in order to be great. Okay, the second thing is exposure, because a lot of times you think that the way you're living is the only way because you haven't been exposed to anything else. So I want you to try to expose yourself to greatness, expose your mind to greatness, expose your children to greatness. Step 3, make decisions. Don't be that person, hey, where you want to go to lunch today? Where you want to go? I don't know. Where do you think? I don't know. And if people do that in life, is that they know something needs to happen, but they can't make a decision. They don't make any decisions. They just keep rehearsing options. I need you to make a choice, make a decision, and keep on with your transformation. Number 4 is transformation. Transformation. You're going to start to transform. You're going to start to get better, but it starts in your mind and it starts in your belief. You have to believe that greatness is for you. You have to start with your mindset. Don't lose the mental battle. Let your mind transform. The next step and the last step is going to be building. You got to build. You got to make the invisible. things that you can't see. Make the invisible become visible.